What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of the Jones Family Channel. It's me, Rickey Jones Jr. We also have the also lovely
Chrystle Jones
back again for another video. Now, we are doing this video largely because we were surprised about a few things that we had to pay for here living in Johannesburg, South Africa. And if you are visiting or if you're looking to make the move, we don't want you to have that surprise shock factor about yourself and about your face that we probably did when you make the move or journey over here. So we have 5 things.
Wait, because I'm literally so excited.
Okay, why so?
Because we're matching.
Ah, yes.
I get so excited every time. He literally got his shirt to put it on, and I was like, ooh, I could wear mine too.
And so this is the effects, ladies and gentlemen, of when your wife shops for you. You know what I'm saying? Largely because I got tired of shopping. And I'm still tired of shopping for clothes. Shoes, I love shopping for shoes.
Okay.
However, Chrystle was shopping for my clothes, and then our clothes started to start looking like, wait a minute. So yes, this is one of the shirts that obviously she picked up that obviously now we look alike.
Every time he puts it on, I will literally change clothes.
That is true.
Rearrange my whole thought about what I was gonna wear to match.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So we here with you all matching, but obviously we go together. And so
Okay, I was just smiling so hard.
That's okay. You had to share why.
I had to share why.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
You know, maybe that brought a smile to your face. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it did at the end of the day. So what are some things that surprised us that we had to pay for? One of the things I know, as you are a shopper, the grocery bags.
Yes. Now, I know in some states, I think like California, maybe a couple others, you do like pay for grocery bags. But especially where we came from in Tampa, you could buy like nicer bags like the canvas recyclable bags that they have available to purchase here. But you also could just get a plastic bag or a paper bag and it's free. Yeah. So when we were shopping, they're like, do you want a bag? We're like, yeah. And then they're like, do. Wait, what are you doing? What is that?
Correct.
And it's not a crazy expensive price,
no,
but
not at all.
It's still like
a shocker.
Oh, you have to buy bags, and now we have so many bags because I often forget the bags at home, but then I'm not gonna carry all this stuff. Sometimes I do though. What? Sometimes I refuse to buy another bag just because at this point they're taking up so much space, and it's like too many bags, literally too many bags. And you may be thinking like, how can you have too many bags? Well, if you go to Woolworths, they have like the nice black like canvas type bags that are reusable and things like that. So you say to yourself, I'm gonna buy these and just take them every time I go to the store. And sometimes we've left bags in the car, we have bags here in the house, and then we'll say we're gonna leave with bags. But then there's some times where you just find yourself in a grocery store picking up things, and then you say to yourself, I don't want to buy another bag because I have plenty of bags. And so now you walk around with, you know what I'm saying, bundles of things, trying not to buy a bag because you didn't think about the fact that you're going to have to buy a bag. Even though I'm not going to lie, sometimes don't give me no bag because I know I just left the bags in the car. Correct, I did. And so I'll just put all that stuff in the grocery cart, and then when I get to the car, I pack it into the bags. Because it's just like, we literally probably have at least 30 bags. No, that's a small estimate, but you're right. At least. And we've thrown away plenty of plastic bags because not all stores have like the nice canvas bags like Woolworths, as far as like Checkers or Super Spar. They have the plastic bags that you have to pay for. Even though I like to get the plastic bags sometimes because I'll use them for when I like clean out the fridge instead of putting the food directly into the trash can. I'll put it into the plastic bag that I got from maybe Checkers or Pick and Pay or whatnot, and then I'll like tie it up so it because that's what we was doing back in the States. The smell, we was doing that, and then I'll throw it. So we was doing it for free. Yeah, we was doing it for free, and even in the States, I was even used to bagging my own stuff. Now, I haven't found a place here that you bag your own things. Probably with the idea that you're paying for the bag. So I used to like double bag when I'm just getting drinks or a liquid or something so it won't spill.
right?
Yes.
But here, I'm not double bagging.
Even though I will say too, one of the things about it, which they do a phenomenal job, they know their situation when they're bagging.
I already know where you're going.
But I be like, I don't mind buying another bag. Like, I don't want my bag to be like so heavy, or like sometimes the kids are helping me carry stuff, so I like to spread it out so that, you know,
they can hold
Mr. Hansel's not like, oh, my arm is so heavy, even though he want to show his muscles every day. But anyways,
that's my son. That's my son.
Listen,
we're gonna show our
flexing.
muscles. That's
Why
it.
is he doing this?
That's it.
At 5, but. Yeah, I'm like, I'll literally be like, I have bags with me. Like, you can spread this out. Like, please don't put everything in one bag. And then, too, we're used to, in the States, they'll be very meticulous. I'll say at, like, Publix, a place called Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. That is literally their tagline.
That's the tagline, and it's the experience.
And it's so true. But they're very meticulous about making sure, like, they put the cold items, they put the pantry items. Like, they separate things in a very methodical way. Somebody packed my groceries here and the eggs were like at the bottom and mixed in with stuff. And y'all, my fear in life, one great fear I have in life is like broken eggs. Like, I can't lie, when I'm shopping for eggs, and this is low-key sidebar off topic, but when I'm shopping for eggs, I'm the person that opens the egg carton. I literally lift up every egg, turn it around to make sure there's no cracks, and then put it back. I do that. And I buy 18-pack eggs. Like, and I check every single egg because I don't want to get home and there's a broken egg. It just really bothers me. And so if there's one that's broken, I'll switch it out. I'll check another container. Sometimes I'm going through like 5 and 6 containers of eggs to make sure I find one that has that's flawless. No cracks, no breaks, no anything. So then imagine, I've done all this. I get to the counter. I'm looking for my eggs and you put them in the bottom of a bag. Yeah. Like, it's a mental, like, and I wasn't trying to be rude, but I immediately like started unpacking the bag and like got the eggs out and then repacked it. Yes, because it was like,
I get it.
I don't want to put that on that person to make them do it, but I also can't risk getting home and there's a cracked egg.
But I do know, and we heavy on the first one, but I do know when I bought eggs before is that they would check them. So
they do check, but they don't check as detailed. They just go open it up, look, okay, looks good. I got flipping and everything.
Okay. Well,
I got
flip on then.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of flipping on, let's move on.
Oh no, it's all good. Hey, we here. You said sidebar.
Talking about my eggs and everything.
We went on the sidebar, but we're here for the journey, so let's just have some fun. Now, the second thing that caught us by surprise is that you have to pay. Well, I won't say have to. Most of the places, correct. 95% of the places that we've gone to, you have to pay for parking. And so what does that look like? You go up to the mall or you go to whatever situation and you push a machine. Well, you actually don't even push. It's usually touchless. And so you wave over a button and a ticket will pop out. The gate will go open. There'll be a light that says go and you go forth. And then on that box where you get your ticket, it tells you the amount of time that you will have to pay for if you are in this particular establishment. Now, why are we bringing this up? Because in the States, most of the parking is free.
Especially at malls.
Correct. At malls,
plazas,
event
whatever.
places, whatever, whatnot.
Well,
like, it's
if you
free.
go to like an event place, normally you pay for parking. Like if you go to a football game or whatnot.
Right, I mean, that's a higher level of event. I was thinking like Top Golf, I was thinking bowling, I was thinking things like that. You know what I'm saying? Boom. But if you're in Rosemount, you're gonna pay for the bowling.
You're gonna pay to park.
Monte Casino, you're paying for the bowling. So I'm thinking of like bowling alleys that are outside of such establishments, but and all you gonna pay. But it's not a lot, right? And all that we're saying is not that it's a lot, it's the simple fact that now you know, okay? Right. We didn't know, and so we have gone through some things, experienced some things so that you can know when you come. And so if you rent a car or whatever, and you go to park, expect to get a ticket and you're gonna have to pay. Now the good thing about paying for parking is that you could pay with your credit card. I was about to say ID. You can't pay with your ID, but you can pay with your credit card, and it's tapless and all those things if you don't walk around with cash like we don't do. And so it is convenient with that.
Yeah, and I would say too, like, the longest parking that I've had to pay for was when I went to go get my hair done and I fell into the 5 to 6 hour block, and it was still only like $3. Most of the time I don't pay more than like $1
right
to park.
Usually it's 10-15 rand.
Yeah,
truthfully.
So it's really low. Even like the bags, we're talking about buying the bags. Like the bags are like
10
under
cent.
10 cents.
10-cent rand price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're not high price.
No.
But I will say,
just being aware.
Yeah.
Now you know.
And I would say with the parking, I think part of it is they have like parking attendants and whatnot. So maybe that's part of the reason.
Well, I think beyond that, I think it's because it's covered parking.
Yeah, most of the parking is covered.
Right, you had to build this structure, you had to build a parking garage, which costs money. We get the concept of, you know, even back in the States, we pay taxes, or we may pay a toll when crossing a bridge because the city is using that money from the tolls and things to pay for the bridge that was built or the tunnel that was built and things like that, right? So I get the concept and I understand it, but just so you know. And so I think that's what it is. It's the parking structures because...
So maybe it's covered parking because now I think about it, there's a shopping plaza that I go to sometimes in Waterfall and you do still have to waive, but you don't get a ticket and you don't pay.
Gotcha.
And it's outside. You park outside.
Gotcha. As opposed to Emperor's Palace, the parking is outside, but we still get paid for it.
But it was at a casino, and you gonna pay at a casino.
Yeah, house always gonna win.
Yeah, even in Tampa, there's a casino, and you have to pay to park. So maybe that is what it is. When it's like a parking garage, you pay.
Yeah.
But then when there's not a parking garage, maybe you don't pay. Y'all let us know. Is
that the reason? We ultimately trying to figure out the reason, not so much the factor of the cost. But I will say they did have tolls here, and we were talking to somebody that's from here, and they were saying that don't worry about the tolls, you don't have to pay them. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, don't worry about the tolls. I want to do everything above board. And she gave us the backstory behind why tolls aren't paid for and things like that, and why they're no longer there. So I say all that to say, if you are driving and you see the toll situation, don't worry about them. We haven't had any situations come up, nor do we know anybody who has, so there's peace with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Boom shakalaka. So shall we go to number 3?
Yeah.
Number 3, my friends, is the tip culture here in South Africa, which is pretty cool, right? However, now you know when you come in, you'll know what to expect. You go ahead.
So even when like you paid to go park, there are people that are helping you park. And I say that because sometimes you don't need help. You can see the open space, but they're guiding you to this open space that we can all see, and then they will want you to pay them. Or when you're leaving, they're like, yeah, back up like this. And for us, we are blessed and fortunate enough to have a reverse camera on our vehicle, and I'm thinking, you're throwing my sensors off. You are hurting more than you are helping with me backing up. Like, I actually would be more inclined to tip you if you just move. But they believe they are helping me to back up, so they're like standing so close in the car, and now the sensors are going off, I'm getting all thrown off, and then they're waiting for me to tip them, and I'm like, I didn't need your help. Your help was hurtful, but they very much expect you to tip them.
Yeah.
And I would say even in some places, you guys know I love to go down to Dragon City. They will want you to tip them, I guess, just kind of for watching your car and making sure like everything stays above board. With your car situation, I do try to make sure that I tip them. Like, I know I'm out in a, suspect area. So, but when I'm at like Sand City, I mean, you watching my car, but I don't know how necessary it is for you to watch my car at Sand City. There's so much security walking around, but they will expect for you to tip them.
Right. It's a thing. And I was even thinking as you were talking, like, remember we went to Eastgate Mall, which you don't have to pay for that parking. Well, I think it's Eastgate or Northgate, where we went to Total Ninja. Northgate. And so you don't pay for parking, however those guys are out there.
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, to your point, I see what is to be seen.
We see the 17 spaces that are clearly open.
I can see it, bro. Like, and I'm gonna take one of them because it's available, not because you're trying to direct. But so all of that. Just keep that in mind. And then I was asking like people like, what's a good tip amount for such situations? Because we don't walk around with cash. But if this is gonna be the norm, let me just be prepared. And they were saying, you can give coins, you can give 2 rand, 5 rand, 10 rand, and different things like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Cool, I get it. However, like sometimes I'm just like, thank you, and just keep it moving because what did you do? You
didn't help me.
I back in when I park, and so when I'm ready to leave, I just take out.
Yes.
And I look left and right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a for sure good driver. That's how I got here. And so at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure I get out peacefully. So it's just fun.
And then sometimes too, they're helping you park, and then they want to wash the car because they have people that wash the cars.
I get that.
But then
Shouts out
it's
to
like,
the red shirts.
Yes, but then it's like, just because I let you help me park doesn't mean I want you to wash the car. So then it's kind of like a domino effect thing sometimes. If you
that's at Rosebank.
One of the car people that wash your car help you find a parking space, then they also expect that you will let them wash the car. And it's but I'm not gonna lie, I put it on you. As soon as I get out, I literally just be like, they be like, can I wash your car? I be like, oh, my husband handles that.
Ain't mad at you. Sometimes they look at that vehicle and say, oh, does he? Is it? Shame. They probably say, is it? Shame. You need to be sharp. But no, like, it's hell no, like, all of that is probably what they think.
No, I do. I say, oh, my husband, he takes care of that. So if he come up later and this, I don't.
There it is. And so, there's that. But even on the other side of the tip culture, we'll say, is as well when you're getting gas. When you're getting gas, in the States, most states, you get and pump the gas yourself, which I understand. That's like a huge phenomenon of why are you pumping your own gas as we talk and communicate with people here in South Africa. However, that's what you do. Here, you don't. I've yet to go to a gas station where there aren't parking attendants, or not parking attendants, but pump attendants, and people are ready to pump your gas. So with that being said, which I get. You tip for convenience. You tip for the ability for somebody to do what you don't do, okay? And so with that in mind, them pumping your gas, expect to tip. And which, I was like, okay, I get it. At first, I didn't know. I just thought, okay, that's their job, that's what they do.
Right.
And I started thinking to myself, like, man, he's lingering a little bit longer than receiving a payment. And so that was like an aha moment. No, there's a tip expected to be given in this transaction. And I was like, oh.
And I think that's a big part of what I would say is the tip culture here. Like, I would say in the States, tipping is very, very like, oh, you're providing a convenience that otherwise I wouldn't have even opted for. Like, and since I'm having this convenience, then I will tip you.
That I opt for.
So that I've opted for, I will tip you. So especially coming from the States where we're used to pumping our own gas, it's like, I have to tip you to pump my gas. I don't mind pumping my own gas. I've been pumping my own gas my whole life. But here it's like, no, you're not gonna pump this gas, but you are going to tip me for giving you this convenience. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, you go park at the mall. I'm fine with finding my own parking space. That's what I do in the States. No, here, I will help you find a parking space and you will tip me because I helped you.
Right.
But I was fine with doing it oh, okay.
Hello.
So I think that's the mental transition is that there's so many amazing conveniences that are provided here, not because you opt into it, but because it's just what is done here. And then you're expected to tip for it, even though you didn't ask for it.
But I will say the beautiful thing about even with the gas scenario is that even outside of pumping gas, they are willing to wash your windshields front and back. They're willing to put air in your tire. They ask, hey, how's your oil? Does it need to be topped off or things like that? I was like, whoa, like
no,
this
it's
is nice.
Great. They're
so
great.
Even in the midst of them pumping the gas out, sometimes, not all the time, because every time isn't necessary, but I'll say, hey, can you clean the windshield wipers, or not the windshield, but the windshield as well as the back, and even ask them to put air in the tire if necessary, or to even check the air in the tire, because the weather does fluctuate from cold to hot to rainy to hailing. So that is playing a play on the tires themselves. So I appreciate and understand that aspect of it and realize that it's not just pumping gas, but there is a service that can be given. And I think, after that first time, I realized that a tip was expected during that time of pumping gas. And then I was like, cool. It was only one time after that I didn't tip because the service wasn't good at all. And so, it is expected, but there still is a choice, right? And, so it's fun. It's a fun maneuvering of it all.
Right. And I definitely would say, like, I think, again, it was just a mindset adjustment, and I definitely prefer the convenience, the assistance, the help, the watching of the car, all the different things. And I am very willing to tip for those bonus, or what we consider a bonus. Those conveniences, those benefits, and those different things. Like, I'm not anti. I'm definitely for it. I just had to adjust to it.
Right. If you don't know, you don't know. But after this video, we all know, right?
We know now.
And so the fourth, what did you say? What?
I said we know now.
Oh, okay. I thought you put a no to that thing. Like now you put a no. But in it all with it all, the fourth thing, ladies and gentlemen, is water. Okay, now. Made me think of water. What are you talking about? So in the States, just to give our background to get us to where we are today, when we go out to eat to restaurants and different things like that, you may opt to drink water, which for our family, water is definitely something we drink a lot of out, because at home we drink a lot of juices, sodas, and things like that. So it's like the flip.
They drink a lot of juices, sodas, and I drink water. I like water.
Her and Rain.
At home I like water. Out I like water. I like water.
They are solid on the water, which I give you that. You are solid on the water. Rain is as well. However, Ricky and I, we heavy on the juices and the sodas, which I've been trying to cut back on. It's hard to let go of those grape tizers, you know what I'm saying? Not the Stonies. I drink the Stony and I don't have to go back, but the grape tizer, oh my gosh, you know if you know. However, when going out in the States, drinking water and getting water at a restaurant, it's free of charge. Usually the waiter is upset if you do order water because they think it to themselves, oh snap, it's one of these parties. Oh snap, this tip not about to be good, or whatnot they think. However, when we came here, we asked for water and they'll say still or sparkling, which was like, oh, okay. Nice, you have free water options, is our thought. However, they bring the still, because usually we will say still. Now we're venturing into the sparkling.
Yeah, every now and then.
We have a little fun, put a little lime or a little lemonade in it to do you well. However, we would say still. Okay, cool. They bring a water bottle out of still water, and then they'll pour it in your cup as well, and take the bottle away if it's empty. However, we recognize and realize that this was for charge, and we're like, wait a minute, like why? But not that it's a lot. Again, it's all of these things are not saying it was too much to handle. However, it caught us by surprise until we figured out there's another way.
Yeah, you can get tap water, which normally in the States, when you sit down, a waiter is gonna bring tap water for everybody at the table, with ice. Cause you gotta really request the ice here. Hello. But like they're automatically going to just bring you water as soon as you sit down. If you order a soda, they're bringing the water with it. Even I would say in the States, most states I believe, because I used to work in restaurants, you had to, if somebody ordered an alcoholic beverage, you had to bring them water along with it. Free water. Here, we just didn't know. You better specify tap water. Correct. Because they are really going to be very intentional about trying to bring you these bottles of water, not tap water. And then I don't know if it's the places we go to, but I also feel like they be feeling away when I make sure I say, yes, can I have some water from the tap? Just give me tap water. Like, they look like, sometimes.
It's like the States.
But I don't want to pay for water.
And the tap water isn't bad, right? The restaurants and the places that we go to, the tap water isn't bad. The tap water is actually very good here, even compared to back in Florida.
Yeah.
And so we drink it and we're fine. And we're fine with that. Now, to your point, you definitely have to say ice, because more often than not, it's going to come with a glass of tap water with no ice in it at all. You'll be able to see straight through it. You know what I'm saying? It's nice, clean, and clear. However, there is no chill or cool to your water.
Right.
And so definitely make sure you specify if you want to go the free water route, or of course bottled water is very inexpensive pertaining to cost It's all relative. However, it's definitely not gonna knock you in the head as far as cost is concerned. However, there is a free water option. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Even some restaurants, they'll bring a pitcher of water as well.
Yeah, I like the pitcher. I really drink a lot of water, so I'll even ask, do you have a pitcher? Because I don't want you feeling like you just keep coming back over here, but that's gonna be the case. Because I'm gonna drink multiple glasses of water while I am dining.
Hello. But I mean, it's experience. It's experience. You live and you learn and you know, and you recognize that, oh snap, there's a charge for this. However, before we get to the last one, let us know in the comment section below if it was something that we did not mention or something that caught you by surprise when visiting, or now that you've moved to South Africa that you have to pay for that you weren't expecting to pay for. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so thus far. We would greatly appreciate it as we're on our way to 50,000 subscribers, and then we gonna speed into 100,000 subscribers. Okay, y'all heard us say it now, and we're gonna see it just now. How about that?
Before just now.
So I don't even know what to do with that. I don't even know what's before.
Because you know that just now is like not necessarily anytime soon.
Okay. So yeah, before just now.
We'll do another video where we talk about slang.
Hello.
Joburg slang versus US slang.
Yeah, because
that would be a really fun video.
Yeah, Rain has grasped the concept and even talked about it herself. Yeah. So we have to put her in too because she has thoughts. But nonetheless, getting to the fifth one, ladies and gentlemen, is sauces.
This hits me in the core because I am a sauce person.
And she passed that down to Rickey.
I passed that down to Rickey. I have to say, me and my brother, one of my brothers, we are very saucy people. And we love sauce. I know, it's like saucy people. We love sauce, and my son, he loves sauce. He always
he's saucy,
asking for sauce, and like if it's a sauce, he want to try it
immediately.
I would in the States go to a restaurant like, y'all don't have Chick-fil-A, but maybe McDonald's will say because it's here. And I would literally say, they'll say, oh, what sauce do you want? Give me one of everything. Literally, one of everything. And if y'all got 5 things, 11 things, 7 things, I want one of each. Because I like sauce. Yeah. She likes sauce so much that we would go to fast food restaurants and things, and she would start to say, let me get this and that. I said, Chrystle, I'm not saying all that. You're going to have to say it. So I lean back and let her talk over me, and requesting all her sauces, because I'm not doing all that. I want 2 Polynesians, 1 barbecue, 1 honey mustard, a Chick-fil-A sauce, a honey roasted barbecue sauce, because that's that sleeper sauce people don't know about. I still do want the ketchup, and I want the buttermilk ranch.
She ain't lying. I'm not saying all that for a chicken sandwich and fries. I'm not doing that.
I like variety.
So I just lean back and she says all of that. But nonetheless, to your point, we get here.
And you have to pay. You can say you want all them sauces and they're going to be clicking that button every single time. Bam. And I don't even mean like, okay, yeah, I'm excessive with my sauces. But even if you just want 1 extra sauce, like even...
Or 1 in general.
Yeah, they'll be like, well, I think with like, if you order chicken nuggets from McDonald's, they'll give you 1.
No,
but you could get 10 chicken nuggets and they're giving you 1 sauce.
I mean, there's that, but I ordered the chicken tenders. I don't even do the nuggets, and I had to pay for that sweet and spicy sauce. I don't do the sweet and sour. I do that sweet and sour. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why.
They're determining what requires sauce
and what doesn't. You
know and they're gonna give you 1 pack of ketchup for a large fry. And if you say, may I have some more ketchup or more tomato sauce, they're gonna tell you it's 1 in the bag. And then you're gonna say, but can I have some more? And they're gonna give you 1 more, maybe, if they're feeling it that day.
Hello. And so, boom. Limited on the tomato sauce, okay, which we would say ketchup. However, even going to restaurants, if you want like some pepper sauce or some gravy or something, or okay, like what do you usually put on there? Oh, we usually put this. No, you know what I mean? You're gonna get charged for it. Now, granted, it's like 30 Rand, 35 Rand,
it's not
40 Rand, right? It's relatively not expensive, right? Depends on who you talk to.
And what restaurant you're at. Because McDonald's charges different than if you're at an actual restaurant versus... So
it's going to be a charge.
It's going to be a charge, but what that charge is all depends on...
the restaurant. Yeah. The caliber of the restaurant. But in it all, just know, you're just not out here just trying sauces and not being charged for it. As opposed to in the States, you can try any sauce. You can go for all the sauces. You can say, I want this sauce, but 3 on the side, and it won't be a problem. However, them 3... down here, each jar has a charge. Each jar has a price, but now you know.
Yeah, it's gonna cost.
It's gonna cost.
So I eat less sauce here just because.
It's like mental. It's like mental. Like when you.
I don't want to pay for sauce after I already paid for this meal.
It's mental.
Put the price of the sauce into my meal.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yeah.
Figure out your margins so that people can have sauce.
Yeah. And so even in it all, I've always try to like factor in, okay, maybe with like McDonald's, maybe it's like the import fees that they are charging, you know what I'm saying? So I try to make light out of whatever situation we find ourselves in. However, you know what I'm saying? It caught me by surprise because when we asked for sauces, that's what it was. We was at McDonald's.
We had already paid.
Right, we had paid, and I wanted the sweet and sour or sweet and spicy. And she asked me, how much do you want? And I was like, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3. She was like, oh, okay, cool.
Because Rickey had some chicken nuggets or whatever too.
Correct, yeah, he wanted some. Rain wanted some sauce. So I'm like, oh, okay, here we go getting some sauce before I knew. And so I go up saying all these numbers that I wanted, and she tried, pow, pow, pow. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, like, how, Sway? Because now, truth be told, McDonald's sauce wasn't as cheap as I was expecting. Like, it was like 10 or maybe like 12 rand.
I don't know how much it.
Yeah, no, it was like 10, 12 rand.
I just tomato sauce there because I'm like,
yeah, man, because I came out, it was like 30, 40 rand for maybe like 3 or 4 sauces, and I was just shocked. Like, how is my sauce situation costing as much as my meal situation?
Right, because you could get a whole meal for like 59 rand.
Yeah, I get my 4
4
tenders I get for 39.99 rand. Ask me how I know, because I love them. Now, we don't go to the, that, you know, put the chicken nugget back McDonald's anymore. Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the one at Sand City Mall, great. Good people, great people, but now you know. And so, yeah, man, sauces, just,
it caught us by surprise just because we weren't used to it.
We're not accustomed to paying for sauces.
And so
they like to lather themselves.
I think they like actually tried it in the States once, but it didn't work out well. I remember at one point in time, McDonald's was trying to charge like 10 cents for a sauce. No. They stopped. It didn't work. People went in so hard. I don't know if some are still doing that, but I know in Tampa, we didn't go for that. We were like, what? Ain't nobody paying for this sauce. I already paid for these nuggets.
Correct.
Like, and then one time I went to Chick-fil-A. And so you guys don't have Chick-fil-A here. It's an amazing restaurant.
It was here before.
Really? I don't know why I didn't survive.
Right.
But people love Chick-fil-A, especially in the southern parts of the United States. And we call it God's chicken.
Because it's closed on Sunday.
Yes. And
you my Chick-fil-A.
They were started by believers or Christians or whatever. Anyways, they have a very high standard for great service. Like, that is literally their thing. Great service. I went in the line one time, I ordered my food, and I was asking for my sauce, like, you know, like I normally do. I didn't even ask for one of everything.
I was about to say.
I was just like, oh, let me get like, you know, 2 barbecues and a Polynesian and a honey mustard or something, you know, whatever. Maybe like 4 sauces. I think I had strips and whatever I had. Anyways, they were like, oh, I was like, oh, there's only like 1 barbecue sauce in the back. Can I have another one? And they were like, oh, how many nuggets did you get? How many strips did you get? Like, and I was like,
you counting my strips?
What does that have to do with anything? I asked for the sauce, give it to me.
Right.
Like, hand it over. And no, I didn't say it like that, but I was just like so confused. And they were like, oh, I might have to charge you for the sauce. I was like, what? And I was like, I'm so reporting this Chick-fil-A. Like,
hello.
I am the person, I will do that. I literally wrote an email and I was like, just so you know, I don't know what they're doing at that Chick-fil-A over there, but I asked for sauce and they gave me a really hard time and then even said they were thinking about charging me for it. They never did it again.
Oh my.
Like, and another sidebar. Just so you know the caliber of service that Chick-fil-A provides. You can go to Chick-fil-A, like I went there, they gave me fries, they were cold, but I didn't realize that until I got back to work. I called the restaurant, I was like, hey, my fries are cold. And they were like, we're so sorry about that. Are you able to come back up? I was like, no, you know, my lunch break is over. They were like, okay. They put my name on a list. The next time that I went back to that Chick-fil-A, I got the whole meal for free.
Right.
Like, that is the type of stuff that they do at Chick-fil-A. So to tell me that I have to pay for a sauce, I was just so confused.
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
Well, first came to mind was shame.
Befuddled.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame on you.
I should look at them and it says serious.
Hey, we didn't know those terms. But now we learn it. Now we learn it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do better when we go back.
Charge me for a sauce? Is it? Like, oh no.
Hello.
So, at any rate, I don't even think I saw that person working at that Chick-fil-A anymore. Like, that's just not their thing. But so, coming from eating at places like that all the time, or different places where
plenty of
sauce.
Well, the sauce flows like milk and honey.
I was literally thinking that in my mind.
We in the Bible. We both in the Bible. Hello.
The sauce flows like milk and honey. It was wild to think. Oh, I had to pay for sauce here? Like, this is a real interesting type. This is giving Popeyes energy.
And Popeyes didn't make it here either. We drove by a Popeyes where it should have been in San Antonio, my brother Sofiso, and it's gone. And then it was another Popeyes as well. Drove by that one, it's gone. So, you know what I'm saying? To say it was like Popeyes.
That energy.
Yeah. It's not, it's that here now, gone later type energy.
Ooh.
But at the end of the day, great people, y'all let us know, you know what I'm saying, what are some things that we may have missed? And even if you are our South African brother and sister, if any of these things caught you by surprise that we said, let us know as well, as we continue to learn and grow together, because the comment section is a way that we get to communicate, a way that we get to share ideas and improve one another's lives, bridging the Americas, South Africa, UK and other countries that are watching as well. So, you know, let's have fun in the comment section below. But with it all being shared, you good?
Yep.
I'm great. I hope you are too. Until next time, great people.